Men over 60, I want to share something with you tonight that may change the way you think about what is possible for your body. There is an ancient root, one that has been treasured for thousands of years across multiple continents, that when taken in a very specific way, before sleep can help restore the kind of firm, reliable blood flow to your most intimate areas that you may have thought was gone forever. This is not ginseng. This is not some exotic herb you need to order from halfway around the world. In fact, you may have already heard of it, but never understood its profound power when used correctly for male vitality and circulation. What I am about to share with you comes from centuries of traditional wisdom, now validated by modern understanding of how the male body works, how blood vessels respond to certain natural compounds, and why the hours you spend sleeping are actually the most important time for restoration and renewal below the waist. I have spent decades working with men who believed their best years were behind them, men who accepted that waking up without firmness, struggling with weak erections, and feeling a gradual decline in their masculine vitality was simply the price of aging. And every time I remind them of this truth, aging is natural, decline is not. Your body was designed with an extraordinary ability to rebuild, to restore circulation, and to maintain function well into your later years when it is given the right support. The problem is not your age. The problem is that the tissues, blood vessels, and cellular systems that govern male function have been starved of the specific nutrients and compounds they need to stay open, flexible, and responsive. I am speaking of ginger root, a humble underground stem that has been called the universal medicine in traditional healing systems from China to India to the Caribbean. For more than 5,000 years, ginger has been revered not just for settling the stomach or warming the body on a cold day, but for its profound ability to stimulate circulation, reduce inflammation in the smallest blood vessels, and support the body's natural production of nitric oxide, the molecule that is absolutely essential for strong, sustained erections. When you take ginger in the right form, at the right time, and in combination with certain other natural compounds, it becomes far more than a kitchen spice. It transforms into a powerful catalyst for male vitality. Let me explain why this matters so deeply for men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. An erection is fundamentally a vascular event. It requires blood to flow rapidly and forcefully into the spongy tissues of the penis, filling thousands of tiny chambers until they expand and create firmness. This process depends entirely on the health and flexibility of your blood vessels, particularly the smallest ones, the capillaries and arterioles that feed those erectile tissues. Over the decades, these vessels can become stiff, narrowed, and clogged with microscopic deposits. Blood becomes sluggish. The signals from your nervous system that should trigger dilation and blood flow become weakened. And gradually, what once happened automatically, effortlessly, begins to require more and more stimulation, more effort, until eventually it becomes unreliable or stops altogether. This is where ginger becomes so valuable. Ginger contains powerful compounds called gingerols and shogals, which have been studied extensively for their ability to improve what is called endothelial function. The endothelium is the thin layer of cells lining your blood vessels, and it is responsible for producing nitric oxide, the chemical messenger that tells your blood vessels to relax and open wide. When endothelial function declines, nitric oxide production drops, blood vessels stay constricted, and circulation suffers throughout the entire body, but especially in areas that require rapid blood flow like the penis. Ginger works by protecting these endothelial cells from damage, reducing inflammation that stiffens the vessel walls, and directly stimulating the production of nitric oxide. It does not force anything. It does not override your body's natural systems. Instead, it supports and enhances what your body was already designed to do. But here is what makes taking ginger before sleep so uniquely powerful. During the night, while you sleep, your body enters into deep repair mode. Growth hormone is released. Testosterone production peaks in the early morning hours. The parasympathetic nervous system, which governs rest, digestion, and yes, erections, becomes dominant. This is why healthy men wake up with morning erections. It is not random. It is your body testing the system, ensuring that blood flow pathways are open and functional. When you take ginger before bed, you are flooding your system with circulation-enhancing compounds right at the time when your body is naturally trying to restore and rebuild those erectile tissues. The ginger works with your body's overnight repair processes, amplifying them, supporting them, making them more effective. Now, ginger alone is powerful, but the real magic happens when it is combined with raw honey and a small amount of black pepper. Let me explain why each of these matters. Raw honey, not the processed kind you find in plastic bear bottles, but true raw honey that still contains enzymes, minerals, and natural compounds, serves multiple purposes. First, it provides a slow, steady source of energy to your cells without spiking blood sugar. This is important because insulin spikes damage blood vessels over time and reduce nitric oxide production. Second, raw honey contains boron, a trace mineral that has been shown to support healthy testosterone levels and reduce inflammation throughout the body. Third, honey helps your body absorb and utilize the active compounds in ginger more effectively. It acts as what traditional healers call a carrier, helping to transport the gingerols deeper into your tissues. Black pepper, specifically the compound piperine found in black pepper, is what we call a bioavailability enhancer. Studies have shown that piperine can increase the absorption of many beneficial compounds by up to 2,000%. When you add just a small pinch of black pepper to your ginger and honey mixture, you are ensuring that your body actually absorbs and uses the gingerols instead of simply passing them through your digestive system. This is an ancient principle that modern science has only recently validated. Traditional Ayurvedic medicine has been combining black pepper with other herbs for thousands of years for exactly this reason. So here is the formula I want you to try tonight. Take 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger root. If you cannot grate fresh ginger, you can use half a teaspoon of high-quality ginger powder, though fresh is always more potent. Mix this with 1 tablespoon of raw honey. Add just a tiny pinch of freshly ground black pepper, no more than what you can pick up between your thumb and forefinger. Stir this together until it forms a thick paste. Take this mixture approximately 30 to 45 minutes before you go to bed. Do not take it with a large meal. Your stomach should be relatively empty so that absorption is rapid and complete. Swallow it slowly, letting it coat your mouth and throat. You can follow it with a small glass of warm water if you like, but do not drink too much or you will be waking up in the night to urinate. What can you expect? In the first few nights, you may notice a gentle warming sensation in your body. This is the ginger stimulating circulation. Some men report feeling a slight tingling or increased sensitivity in their genital area within the first week. This is blood flow returning to tissues that have been starved of oxygen and nutrients. By the second week, most men begin to notice firmer morning erections. These may not be the rock-hard erections of your youth immediately, but they are a sign that the system is waking up, that blood is flowing more freely, that the tissues are responding. Moving into the third and fourth week, the improvements typically become more pronounced. Erections become more reliable, both in the morning and during intimate moments. Sensitivity increases. The time it takes to achieve firmness decreases. And many men report feeling a renewed sense of confidence and masculine energy that extends beyond just sexual function. But there is more to this story. Ginger does not only benefit erectile function. Because it improves circulation throughout the entire body, its effects ripple into every system. Men often report better energy levels during the day. The chronic inflammation that causes joint pain, brain fog, and fatigue begins to reduce. Digestion improves because ginger stimulates the production of digestive enzymes and bile. Even prostate health can benefit because improved circulation means better delivery of nutrients and more efficient removal of waste products from the prostate gland. When you support one system in the body, you support them all. This is the principle of holistic health that I have taught for decades. Now let me address something important. This is not an overnight miracle. Some men, particularly those with relatively good baseline health, may notice changes within days. Others, especially if you have been dealing with circulation problems, diabetes, or years of poor diet and lifestyle habits, may need several weeks or even a few months of consistent use before the full benefits become apparent. The key word here is consistent. Your body did not decline overnight. It happened gradually, over years or decades of accumulated damage and nutritional deficiency. Restoration happens the same way, gradually, layer by layer, as your body rebuilds and repairs when given the right tools. For men who want to enhance these effects even further, there are additional steps you can take. Consider adding a small amount of cinnamon to your nightly mixture. Cinnamon, like ginger, improves insulin sensitivity and supports healthy blood sugar levels, which is crucial for maintaining good circulation. It also has mild, blood-thinning properties that can help reduce the risk of clots and improve blood flow through narrowed vessels. Another powerful addition is a few drops of pure vanilla extract. Vanilla contains compounds that have been shown to reduce stress and anxiety, which are major contributors to erectile dysfunction in older men. When your nervous system is stuck in fight or flight mode, blood flow is diverted away from the digestive and reproductive systems toward the muscles and brain. Vanilla helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode that is essential for healthy sexual function. You might also consider taking this mixture along with a small handful of raw pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are extraordinarily rich in zinc, a mineral that is absolutely critical for testosterone production and prostate health. Many men over 60 are severely deficient in zinc without knowing it. Just 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds provides nearly half of your daily zinc requirement. The healthy fats in the seeds also help your body absorb the fat-soluble compounds in ginger more effectively. Chew them thoroughly before swallowing your ginger honey mixture, or grind them into a powder and mix them directly into the paste. Let me be clear about something. This approach is not about forcing your body to perform. It is not about stimulating or artificially boosting function in a way that will exhaust your system or create dependency. Pharmaceutical solutions often work by forcing blood vessels open through chemical pathways that can have serious side effects and do nothing to address the underlying problem. What we are doing here is fundamentally different. We are nourishing the tissues, reducing inflammation, supporting the body's natural production of the molecules it needs for healthy function, and allowing your system to restore itself according to its own wisdom and design. One of the questions I am often asked is whether this is safe for men taking blood pressure medications or blood thinners. Ginger does have mild blood-thinning properties, so if you are on prescription anticoagulants, you should speak with your doctor before using large amounts of ginger regularly. However, the amounts I am recommending here, 1 teaspoon of fresh grated ginger or half a teaspoon of powder, are generally considered safe, even for men on these medications. Ginger has been consumed as food for thousands of years across the world without significant problems. That said, every man's situation is unique, and it is always wise to inform your healthcare provider about any natural remedies you are using, especially if you have existing health conditions or take prescription medications. For men with diabetes, this approach can be particularly beneficial. Diabetes damages blood vessels throughout the body through multiple mechanisms, including inflammation, oxidation, and the formation of advanced glycation end products that stiffen vessel walls. Ginger has been shown in numerous studies to help lower blood sugar levels, improve insulin sensitivity, and protect blood vessels from diabetic damage. The combination of ginger with raw honey, despite honey being a form of sugar, actually helps stabilize blood sugar rather than spiking it, because the natural compounds in raw honey slow the absorption of sugars and support healthy insulin function. Many men with diabetes who have tried this approach report not only improvements in erectile function, but also better overall blood sugar control and reduced need for medication over time. Another area where this nightly ritual can have profound effects is in reducing the enlarged prostate symptoms that plague so many men over 60. Benign prostatic hyperplasia, the medical term for an enlarged prostate, causes frequent urination, difficulty starting urination, weak stream, and the feeling of incomplete emptying. These symptoms are caused by inflammation and hormonal imbalances, particularly an excess of dihydrotestosterone, tarstose, a potent form of testosterone that accumulates in prostate tissue. Ginger's powerful anti-inflammatory properties help reduce swelling in the prostate gland, while the zinc in pumpkin seeds helps regulate the conversion of testosterone to dihydrotestosterone. Men who use this combination consistently often report fewer nighttime bathroom trips, stronger urine flow, and reduced urgency, all of which contribute to better sleep quality and overall quality of life. Now, as we bring all of this together, I want you to understand the bigger picture. What may have seemed like an inevitable decline, the gradual weakening of erections, the loss of morning firmness, the reduced sensitivity and desire does not have to be your story. Nature has provided tools that are simple, inexpensive, and remarkably effective when used with knowledge and consistency. Ginger, this ancient root that grows in the earth, contains within it the power to restore circulation, reduce inflammation, and support your body's natural ability to function as it was designed to, even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. The formula is straightforward. 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger or half a teaspoon of quality powder mixed with 1 tablespoon of raw honey and a tiny pinch of black pepper, taken 30 to 45 minutes before bed each night. For enhanced benefits, add a pinch of cinnamon, a few drops of vanilla extract, and consume it alongside a small handful of raw pumpkin seeds. This is not about forcing your body into performance. This is about nourishing it, supporting it, and allowing it to restore what time and neglect may have diminished. With patience and daily practice, the changes can be profound. Firmer, more reliable erections, increased sensitivity and pleasure, the return of morning firmness that signals healthy function, improved energy, reduced inflammation, better prostate health, and a renewed sense of vitality and confidence that touches every area of your life. If you found this information valuable, I encourage you to share it with other men who may be searching for natural answers to these deeply personal struggles. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing so you can continue learning about the natural, science-backed remedies we explore each week. Your health is your greatest treasure, and it is never too late to reclaim it. So tonight, as you prepare this simple mixture and take it before sleep, remember this: your body was designed with an extraordinary capacity for renewal. When you give it what it needs, when you work with its natural rhythms and support its innate wisdom, it responds. Sometimes the most powerful remedies are the ones that have been right in front of us all along, waiting to be rediscovered and applied with intention. Stay consistent, stay hopeful, and may this ancient root help you rediscover the strength, vitality, and confidence that are your birthright, no matter your age.